Alright, hello all. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. Oh boy, it is that time again. Top 15. This time, TURs. I am going to do an LR one very soon. I wanted to finish trying out all these sort of like big teams against the newest three artificial red zone, fights. Cell Max, the Gammas, as well as Bio Broly, just to get an idea of how these characters would all perform in those fights, right? And I think for the most part, I'm feeling pretty good about how and where I have everyone ranked. So I mean, we'll see how this goes, right? I don't know. The thing is, it's just like they with the 10th anniversary year, 2025. I think 2025 Dokkan. I get there are many issues to be had with it, of course, but I feel like it is still to me just like the undisputed best year of Dokkan. Um, Now that being said, I feel like a big problem prominent throughout 2025. And even for me, I'm someone who enjoys a challenge. A big problem throughout the year is just how they handled power creep, and it's gotten to the point where it's pretty ridiculous now. And I honestly don't know how they're going to dig themselves out of the hole that they have, because they've gotten to the point where they were like so gun ho about aging characters like STR Beast Gohan and like Tech Vegito out of the meta with these huge damage reduction amounts and guard, to the point where it's like, I mean, we literally just had EZA STR Super Saiyan Carnival Goku, and it's like, oh, 90% damage reduction, that's fucking mid. It's like, I mean, how did we get to this point? It feels it's gotten a bit too excessive. Now that being said, I do actually have pulled up here. Give me just a moment. All right, so I do have pulled up here my last top 15. I do like to date these, so I mean you could see with the file name. This was November 18th of 2025. I mean we're talking a little over 2 months ago at this point, and not even like a long amount, a little bit. And the thing is, I mean, this has changed so drastically, both from new TURs, because we had a lot of TURs between, because the last character on this was EZA AGL Kid Gohan. He was the most recent character. Um, so not only have we had a lot of characters since then, but a lot of characters on here even just got like really hit by the three new Red Zone fights, in my opinion. So with that being said, I mean we're gonna jump in here. I once again I do want to get these out before anniversary. I really hope they don't, and doubt that they will have major power creep during 11th anniversary, but I don't know for sure. We'll find out relatively soon, of course. But without further ado, I mean let's just jump in here. We're gonna work our way up. Usually these do tend to go a bit longer than I intend for them to, so I'm gonna try and make them going a little faster going forward. I will say though, as I said before, even though my dodge lock is pretty ass, to me it seems like a lot of, you'd think characters with 60, 70, 50, whatever percent damage reduction guard would be crazy, and they are, but at the same time, like they still take massive amounts of damage. So right now I am valuing dodge a bit more, even though it can be kind of iffy for me. Um, Also, real quick, I suppose this is actually a really good note to make too. I several, in fact, most of the TURs, if not all of them actually, that we have gotten since uh, the last update I made to this have been androids. As for the superhero cards, I have very much used all of them a ton. As for the more 16, 17 cards, I have used them and a decent bit, but not enough where I'm like 100% confident in their placement. I am a free to play player. I can't get every character. I have used them as like friend characters, those that I can, or with like the EZA 17 18, I could use my own very effectively. But I figured that was worth saying. And at this point, let's jump in here. First character, we have Baby. Um, I don't know. I mean, this guy, because the thing is, like, I actually really liked Baby, but he can get folded, for sure. I mean, obviously the giant ape is very strong, but I don't like this whole corroded body and mind shit. Like, this was they like quote unquote built up the team, but the team they built up was kind of ass, so it doesn't matter. He is really good on the Omega team, from what I have heard. I actually have not. This is one of those characters where I actually don't have him. I have not been able to use him on the Omega team because that means I wouldn't be running a friend Omega, and I'm definitely not doing that. Um, but from what I have used of him for like missions and such for like corroded body and mind runs, I mean he seems pretty decent. I really hate this fucking dodge chance though. The sort of like one turn thing. It's like so terrible. He should have like permanently had that or something, or maybe make a stack a little higher, or I don't know. I do like he has the dodge, and being on an Omega team helps him a lot. But and I'll talk more about this in the LR one. But I feel like the Omega team, especially the GT bosses variant, was hit pretty hard by these three new red zone fights personally. So I do have Baby here at 15. And then continuing on here, we have Android 19 and 20. Like, this is a sub EZA. This is a sub EZA. Dokkan barely does these anymore. We had, I mean, this character, right? And, I mean, what was the last sub EZA we had before them? Like, what was it literally like the GT characters? I think it was the GT characters during GDC. So, I mean, we're talking like 4 months. Like, they practically never do sub EZAs anymore. To me, I was like, okay, because they're doing super EZAs, they have less like time to budget into sub EZAs, which sucks, but like I get it. But even then, I mean, we have not actually still had a super EZA since Majin Vegeta, which I did not like. So that was in October. I just it's been a while. I am anticipating a ton of super EZAs for 11th anniversary, though. I do think this, by the way, is going to change up very, very, maybe from fights, but also from, I do expect a ton of new additions to TURs and LRs within the next, couple of months here, obviously. So, I mean, we'll see when, if I update this in, a couple of weeks or a month, or, just wait till the end of anniversary. I don't know. But these guys on the Android team, from what I have used of them, which keep in mind is not really so much in these new fights, they seem to be a pretty effective tank. The heal is really nice. For the Key Blast super bosses, I mean this is fucking crazy, right? Like undisputed like awesomeness. Like the HP recovery just on the SA effect too. Like this is how you do a sub ECA. This is like the perfect banner unit to support 16, which he already had the perfect banner unit. So they did such a great job with this character. I have them 14. The only thing is, once again, I feel like dodge is kind of valuable right now, so I don't know. I mean, I feel like they're better than Baby, as crazy as that is, but I don't think they're at the level of some of these other characters. Now this is one that is probably going to seem kind of odd. We have Super EZA Omega Shenron next. I've stated several times since his Super EZA, right? This was and probably, I mean, he probably still is my favorite Super EZA of the year, but he has been hit so dramatically hard by these three new fights, and like I mean, I feel like At least to me, vaguely, this is how I feel. I'm not gonna like lock it in like 100 million%, but like I would say vaguely, I think that uh, I don't know. I keep bouncing back and forth between Gohan, Goten, Trunks Stage 2 and the Gamma's fight being more difficult. I'm not sure. I keep bouncing between those. But from there, I think Bio Broly's definitely third, right? I think I don't know. It's I mean, because I feel like there's really like six really difficult fights right now. I think Rose Zamasu might actually kind of crazily enough be like the least difficult. I don't know, maybe Cell Max. Tamagami 1 is very difficult too, but I just like, and point being, there's a lot of AoEs right now. There's a lot of fights where you need to be strong, like, immediately. Like, you can't just, like, be when attacking. A lot of the fights recently, I feel like, I mean, like, Tamagami 1 you can debuff, but none of these the three artificial life form ones you're being able to really debuff. It's just, this guy gets crushed now. I still really like his damage, but if these three new fights are going to be the standard, he just, unfortunately, he has aged pretty quickly. I think. Once again, I still think his damage is pretty good, but as I said with Baby, I think GT bosses actually got hit the hardest from this sort of wave of power creep. But continuing on, we do have Mini Piccolo. I'll be honest, I see a lot of people like shit on this guy, and I really don't get it. Um, it's just like I feel like, and obviously I have MVP 17 above him. I'm not gonna say where just yet, but I have him above him. And it's like I get this guy needs like the whole ally in the turn thing and all that, but it's like he's at his best on the demonic power team, and demonic power is actually a really good team. So I get 17's better than him, but the way I see people talk, it's like you'd think this guy's shit or something. A really good thing I do like about him, by the way, and this does also apply to Orange Piccolo on the demonic power team. I found when like trying the Goma team showcases, their crit support is actually very, very valuable for Goma, right? I mean, this guy gets 21%, Tech Piccolo gives 20%, and Goma, while he does like insane damage, he only has 33% crit. So unless you have a really good hidden potential build of crit, these Piccolo supports actually I have found to be very, very valuable for him. So I think this guy's a really great slot for the demonic power team, especially the Goma variant. I don't really get why people don't like him so much. But to me, he's pretty decent still. I think they definitely did a great job with him. And I think he's probably going to be, at the time I'm recording this, it is, I suppose I haven't said this just yet. I do like to date these. It is January 27th, 2026. This is before, I want to stress this, before the 11th anniversary stream. This is going to go live before it too, but just in case anyone sees this after, and it'll even be in the title of the video as I usually do. This is before we know anything besides like we know there's like a diamond category coming and that sort of stuff with that data download from last night. Time I'm recording this, so I think this guy will also be pretty effective on that team, but we'll have to see. Next up, though, another character that I had towards the top and has fallen off pretty dramatically, I feel. Very unfortunate, because I was really, really looking forward to this guy's EZA for a very, very long time. And it's like I'm still satisfied with his EZA. It's just it's more of an issue once again. I'm someone who enjoys a challenge, but the way they have pushed power creep recently, like it's goddamn, man. Like it's this guy. I feel like for his first 3 turns, he is still pretty effective. I feel like, I mean, he already was tied to demonic power, but especially you really need one of the Piccolos on the team because this getting the unit super does so much for him. I've had a lot of bad luck with hidden potential additional supers from him, as in I keep proccing them, but to keep fucking being normals. Um, this guy gets a lot of help from Mini Forku. You know, I have my own Mini Forku now, and he does get a lot of help from him, but still, I mean, the damage is just so crazy now. Like, the 58% damage reduction genuinely is not enough once his guard runs out. Now, when you use the active, I mean, this is still a really crazy active, and it is kind of easy to actually get to proc. Um, but essentially, this guy is really good when he has guard up. If he does not have guard up, he gets fucking shit on. He cannot deal with supers from these big, gammas by a Broly. Even Cell Max, I actually somehow was kind of getting destroyed with. As crazy as that seems, like I thought his kit was good enough for it, but I don't know. I just maybe had like really bad luck with him in there. But yeah, I still really like this guy's EZA. I feel like it's more of an issue though of Dokkan has just been really, really fucking gun ho for some reason about pushing this goddamn power creep. Once again, I'm someone who enjoys a challenge. I mean, I literally have videos of Elden Ring. I think I have like one of Night Rain. You know, I've played Silk Song. Like these type of games are my bread and butter. I really I just I love a challenge in my games. I mean, it can be pretty frustrating. You know, it'll get me cursing and all angry and stuff, but like the payoff when you finally win, it feels so good, right? I I get the type of game's not for everyone, but I really do enjoy when there is tough content in Dokkan. You know, I once again I'm someone who enjoys challenges in games. But that being said, there's a difference between a challenge like Rose Zamasu and because we 10th anniversary, there's power creep. GDC, there's power creep. Now at the end of the fucking year with New Year's, which never fucking happens, there's power creep. It's like, what the hell, man? Like a chill out, Dokkan, please. All right. But yeah, continuing on here. Next up, MVP 17. Like I said, I mean, this guy, he is just crazy. Um, at least let me asterisk this very heavily. From what I have seen of him, from what I know of his kit, so this is actually very unfortunate. I do not have this guy at all, and given that he is a banner unit, I have literally never used him personally. All I know of liking him is from what I saw from his details, and from what I've seen other people say of him, in the limited, mind you, very limited amount of what I've seen of other people actually using him. Still, that being said, I feel like this guy's probably, I don't know, I mean, this guy's crazy. He might be the best banner unit ever. I mean, that STR Piccolo from 2022, he's still got to be up there for sure, but, like, this guy, I feel like he's got to be the best. Insane multi-turn support, orb changing, he's very tanky versus normals. He has a scouter. He just fucking has everything. And it's like this sounds kind of funny. How they released EZA STR Carnival Super Saiyan Goku, and I think this guy's better than him. Like, this is how you release a support unit, Dokkan. Hint, hint. You already fucking did it. Okay, just I really hate that character. He is so annoying to use, the Carnival Goku. But yeah, I mean, this guy, once again, from the androids, I mean, maybe they're actually like up or down a slot or two. I would think that maybe if I like actually use them, but from what I know of them currently, this is how I feel about him. I think number 10. Continuing on here, I feel like this one might be a little. People may not like this one. I have EZA 17 and 18. Uh, Now, once again, I don't have 16. I don't have MVP 17. I do have these guys. I have them rainbow. Um, I do really like them. I do understand that they get a massive, massive amount of support from 16 and 17, but I don't have either of those characters. From what I've seen of these guys, I really like them. I understand that they are much better than what I have seen, but I don't really. I'm just gonna be quite frank. I don't know to the degree in which how massively better they are. I'm not going to pretend I understand when I haven't used Double 16 and MVP 17. I haven't. I don't have those characters. But I still really like this card. I mean, they're very effective defensively. They do a ton of damage from what I've been able to use of them. I feel like Dokkan definitely did a really great job with this EZA, especially when you consider AGL Trunks happened after, and it's like, what the hell happened there? I do not understand. But this character rather, especially, I mean, not that Dokkan changes actives, but like the Ghost Usher is still really crazy, right? I don't know, they did just such a great job with this card. I feel I probably would like them more if I had more of a better like Android setup, but I still really like them. And something I like to say in these, just because you're not in the top 15, that doesn't make you bad or anything. I like not at all. I mean, you could probably make like 20, 30, and it'd still be good cards. I said probably. I'm not gonna go too far on that, but I don't know. They're on the lower end here, but that's because there's a lot of crazy TURs I feel in the game currently. And I do really like these guys. And I might like them even more if I could use them on their best setup. But at least for now, I feel like 9 is pretty solid for them. Continuing on, EZA Int Gogeta. I've seen a lot of people actually really are not seeming to be fans of this guy recently. I will say, especially I saw a lot of not liking this guy in the Bio Broly fight. Um, Maybe I just had like a really, really crazy luck in the Bio Broly fight. But I've never really run into an issue with this guy, being honest. Like he does seem to be pretty effective. Let me just float him. He does damage. He's very tanky. He's really good in Cell Max. He's really good in the Gamma's fight. I've used this guy and I don't have any issues with him whatsoever. That being said, there are better characters than him, but I don't get why people seem like so like they hate this guy all of a sudden. I don't know. Dokkan Twitter tends to switch up on things very quickly, I suppose, but I mean, still, I actually really like him still. I think they did such a great job with his EZA. I don't think I could have asked for more. Um, that being said, I haven't really. I've been using him on like the Tag Blue setup. Keep that in mind too. I feel like GT Heroes is kind of dead. I'll go over it more in my LR's tier list. But man, these fights, they did not do GT Heroes too kindly. But yeah, so continuing on here, I have Android 16. It really is unfortunate that I could not justify summoning on this guy, besides, obviously, the Dokkan Day tickets. While androids are not, like, my favorite characters, like, category or whatever, I do actually, 16's pretty cool, just as, like, a character himself. And the card, specifically, I really like. This is my type of character. Guaranteed tanking, not fucking risking everything on dodge. He seems to be a pretty effective tank from what I have been able to use of him. Insane support. Sort of tech you can use with the active doing lots of damage. I feel like they did a really great job with this guy. I am actually very satisfied with him. Once again, similar to 17-18, similar to MVP 17. I might actually like him even higher if I actually had him and I could use the full power. Because I understand, I could do the calcs all day, but it's not what actually fucking happens in the game, right? That's what matters. And I will fully say, the Android team has so much support built into it. I have not been able to experience even like a fraction of it. So I can't, I still really like what I've seen of him, but I can't and I am trying to adjust for how good I think they might be, but I do understand that I can't fully do that. It's possible to be like, oh yeah, I think he's this good, but obviously I don't understand the full power of him, right? Yeah, I don't know. I do like him though. I'm really hoping I can manage to pick him up relatively soon. But continuing on here, we do have Sin Shenron. Unlike Omega, I feel like this guy has aged gracefully. That turn one, especially in Bio Broly or something, like he could put in the work. He can hold things down. He still does really great damage. He's still really great defensively in general. Like even outside of his first turn sort of tech, like I feel like really great damage, really great defensively. I mean, some of these supers are just like so fucking crazy. I mean, you talk about built up like Gammas, they get some like 30 mil fucking stats, same sort of deal vaguely. I think it's more like mid 20s, I think, but with like Bio Broly, and it's like I don't know. I mean, from what I've seen of this guy, he seems to be able to contend for the most part with at least like the normals. I mean, the normals are doing like fucking 10 mil in these fights, and it's like, well, at least I mean, it's not Cell Max, but I he seems to be very effective. I really like him. I I don't know. I don't know what else to say about him. Like he was good. He is good. He's probably going to continue to be good. The only way this guy falls off is if Omega completely falls off. Now Omega gets completely shit on in the Cell Max fight, but every other fight he continues to completely dominate. So I mean, this guy is still very damn good. I think. Continuing on here though, we have Mini Forku. And I mean that should make the top 4, as you can see. It's gonna be the sort of Gamma variations. Mini Forku though, I just got him. I really like him. I have actually taken a bit more damage in some scenarios than I would have liked to. I've also found several turns where I'm not able to actually get his sort of SA stacks up because he's a slot 2, slot 3 character. His support is very valuable though. I feel like he seems to be very safe from AoEs. They did a great job with this guy. I feel it's not an issue with how they did this guy. It's an issue with like why the fuck are we pushing the power creep so hard? Now keep in mind also, I mean this guy may end up looking a lot better within from the time I'm recording this. Like 13 hours or something. Like this guy should. I am personally expecting Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku to have a domain. I mean, whatever other various support. I mean, considering they made the Daima category an actual category, I'm expecting insane stuff. I mean, we may even see like mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta being really good. I don't know. Maybe we'll see like some damage reduction support, active skill phase support. Like I'm phase 2. Like I don't know, but I'm expecting all of those characters are going to look really good on that team. I expect both Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and whoever the banner unit is going to just be like really godly supports for Daima. So, I mean, this guy could look very much better soon. Keep in mind, we'll actually be able to have Saiyan Roar next to Adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, which will do quite a bit, right? So, definitely very excited to see how this guy is going to look tomorrow. But right now, I think he's probably number 5 for me. And then continuing on. So, I feel like this one's kind of obvious. Gamma 2, Power Awakening Piccolo, I do have as 4. Definitely the worst of the Gamma cards. That being said, I don't understand how people, have him at like fucking like 10 and shit. Like I saw so much shit talk about this character. And then when I was finally actually able to use them, and I've used them several times since as well, mind you, even they've been helpful for me in some fights where, I didn't think it was the wisest choice to bring AG Ultimate Gohan Gamma 1. Like, this character is very effective. They do a ton of damage. The phase 1 support is actually a bit more valuable than I thought it would end up being. The dodge they dodge everything. Like, I will say, so I find the Piccolo active for the support is very valuable. I will say, maybe a bit of a hot take here, but I don't know. I mean, Power Awakening Piccolo actually feels like the worst of the 4 like variations to me. I mean, that first turn he could be pretty decent, but especially after that, like I don't know. He seems to be like a sort of enemy low health slot 2 merchant, and then even then, like you need to have like a bunch of support up for him. In my experience, like I definitely prefer the Gamma 2 variation where you just have like the dodge and everything. Like this card's very good. I don't get why people have pretended otherwise. Continuing on, we have STR Gamma 1. And honestly, like at this point, I could just pull up the rest of these guys, right? Like I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point where everyone else is going to be, I feel. So then I also have EZA AGL Gamma 2, number 2. And then obviously, I mean, Gohan Gamma 1 as number 1. Starting out here with Gamma 1, I really hate how his build-up is for every attack received. You know, I feel like everyone's noticed this. That first hit, it crushes him. The second hit can also crush him. After that, while he has his intro up, he's pretty tanky. Even outside of his intro, I have found him to be relatively tanky, at least post-super. Um, Especially when you have AGL Gamma 2 on the same rotation with sort of damage reduction support for him. I don't know. I feel like they could have... This should have been when receiving attacks. And also, just... I've had a lot of bad luck with this unarmed super attack nullification, I'm not gonna lie. So, I don't know, like, he's really good. He's actually really strong offensively. He's really strong defensively. The superhero team is, like, my favorite team in the game right now. It's just so much fun. It's so strong. And he is really great for it. But that being said, I still think Gamma 2 is better than him. With all the support you have, you know, with, like, STR Gamma 1 or even Tech Piccolo, and this guy gets guaranteed crits effectively. You know, he's doing, like, 550 mil crit supers, and it's like, he has greatly attack lowering, which is actually pretty helpful in a lot of the fights. I mean, Ki Blast nullification, I feel like, is a bit more helpful than an unarmed. Although, that being said, they have added a lot more unarmed supers. I mean, this guy's just great. Even, you know, I'm not a big fan of 50% dodge, but I've actually had pretty damn good luck with his dodges, too. I feel like, I mean, there's been a couple of times this guy's got me killed for sure. Especially, you know, I've had several annoying turns where this fucking great chance just normal, right? Like, that's really fucking annoying, but, like, overall, I mean, he's very effective. He does a ton of damage. They definitely did him justice. I've seen the KO screen so many times since his EZA. It feels good to be seeing that nonstop again. This is just like an aura card, and they did him justice. And then finally here, I mean, we have Ultimate Gohan Gamma 1. I mean, dude, what do I even need to say? Like, Immortal. Bio Broly, immortal. Gamma's, immortal. This character just sits slot 1 and lives. Like, in my experience, like, I mean, sometimes where you can die, of course, I mean, after the first 5 turns. But for the most part, you put them in slot 1 and you win. And it's as simple and complicated as that. They have insane phase 2 support. One of the, I mean, it's got to be at least, I don't, you know, it's not like I've ranked all the actives by heart or anything, but at least a top 3 active in the entire game for sure. This has saved me so many times from fucking locking fights. It's unreal. The damage is really crazy. The heal can be pretty helpful too. And the Gamma 1 active is also usable, where you boost everyone's stats for 3 turns. Which means when this character comes back around, they still have the fucking buff. This character is really, really strong. I'm usually someone who hates, and to be fair, I'm not a fan of it, but I am someone who hates when cards are restricted to certain teams, especially because it does mean, you know, the second some of these superhero cards fall off, I mean, this character's probably going to drastically fall down the list, if not just completely get wiped off it. But, like, this, I've easily the TUR that's just, like, completely blown me away from all of 2025. They're fucking crazy. They were crazy in the fights that came out when they came out, or that were out when they came out. They're crazy in these artificial life form fights. Not a lot of people can sit there and eat Bio Broly supers. This character can, and it's just like they did such a great job, right? Like I could not be more happy with this character, and mine's 55%. Like, it's just I don't know. Peak, right? Like, just peak. Like, this card, amazing. Um, However, I mean that being said, I feel like I did pretty good here. I was trying to go sort of rapid fire. I Let me know if you preferred that, or if I really should try focusing on cards more. These usually tended to go like an hour. I about 30 and a half minutes, something like that, 35 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark. We'll see once I wanted to cut something from earlier on. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, there's a lot of good TURs in the game, but it's just, we really shouldn't have characters like AGL Kid Gohan or Super EZA Omega falling off so hard already. I swear, Dokkan needs to calm the fuck down with power creep. It's been too much. And when you have characters who were just like, 2 months ago, I'm having them in the top four, and now they're, barely holding on. Like, that's bullshit. It really is. Um, but that being said, I think we can wrap things up here. Once again, I do want to jump into the LR one. That one might actually go live like right before the stream or something tomorrow. Um, Not that I'm gonna stream, but like the Dokkan stream. I mean, I'll definitely record my reaction to the stream, but um, I don't know. I definitely need to get that one done too, though. But overall, TURs. I mean, there's a lot of really strong ones. I just, they got to slow down with the power creep, because we should not even, these characters should not be down here. I hate that. But what am I gonna do about it, right? That's how I feel about them. They don't do the best in the current meta, unfortunately. But that being said, we're gonna wrap things up here. Let me know what you're thinking. I haven't really looked at anyone's, so I'm not sure like how similar or not this is to various other people's. But I feel, besides like the androids characters, once again, specifically the like sort of Cell Saga ones, the superhero ones, I'm very confident in. But these, well, I guess this is a superhero character technically, but you get what I mean. Um, the numbered androids, I suppose. I'm a little. They could be higher, they could be lower, but for the most part, I'm pretty confident in this. So that being said, we're gonna wrap things up here. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.